Round of applause.
Oh my gosh. Good evening. I'd like to call the regular City of Vacaville Parks and Recreation Commission meeting of October 4th, 2023 to order and ask Secretary Flancia Reyes to please call roll.
Commissioner Oz.
Here.
Commissioner Berumen.
Here.
Commissioner Gutierrez.
Here.
Commissioner Day. Commissioner Thompson.
Here.
Vice Chair McMahon.
Here.
Chair Vasquez.
Here. And now we'll move on to the Pledge of Allegiance. If everyone could please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice. All right, thank you, everyone. Moving on to agenda item 3, approval of agenda. Has everyone had a chance to review the agenda, and do we have any amendments to the agenda? No. Seeing none, do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve. Second.
So motion by Thompson, second by McMahon. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay. Agenda is approved. And agenda item 4, approval of the minutes. So the minutes from September 6th from the regular Parks and Recreation Commission meeting were included in the packet. Does anyone have any revisions to the minutes or any amendments? All right, seeing none, do I have a motion? Second. Okay, so motion by Oz and a second by Gutierrez. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? None. The motion or the minutes are approved. And moving on to item 5, Director Hubbard, do we have any communications for the commission tonight?
None for this meeting, Commission Chair.
Okay, great, thank you. So agenda 6, moving right along, presentation. Director Hubbard, would you like to introduce tonight's presentation?
Absolutely. We have a presentation from Interim Recreation Coordinator Brooklyn Casey, who will provide information on our aquatics program.
Welcome, Brooklyn.
Hello. Oh. I'm happy to. Good evening, everyone. My name is Brooklyn Casey, and I'm the Interim Aquatics Coordinator with the City of Vacaville. And this presentation will highlight the aquatics for 2023, and it will also include current programming, our successes, our challenges, and new ideas that we have for 2024. I'll go ahead to the next slide. So first off, it's our aquatic staff. We currently have 52 American Red Cross certified lifeguards. And finally, we have what we would consider a full staff since 2019, which is great news. And 31 of those staffers are Title 22 certified, which essentially means that the certification allows them to do advanced first aid skills and such as pregnancy if they have to, and things along those lines. And then we also are lucky to have 4 lifeguard instructors on staff, and we are able to do our own classes and recertifications. Next slide. Also, I do apologize for the shaky voice, but anyway, our lifeguard certification classes were held in January, April, and May of this year, and 21 of those 34 participants did apply, and they did gain employment with the City of Vacaville. And we do take our lifeguard training seriously. Prior to the start of each summer, we typically conduct 20 hours of in-service training that goes over program policies and basic skills. And then throughout the summer, every Friday, we have our lifeguards come in for 2 to 3 hours on Friday mornings to do skill-based training. And this year, it ran from June 23rd through August 11th. And then we also had the fire department come in this year, as you guys can see in the picture. And they do this every year just to come help and simulate a real emergency, just to help kind of show our guards what their job is really about, and just to kind of help them get more motivated about it and stay motivated. Next one. Okay. All right. And then we offer so many fun aquatics classes, as you guys can see. We offer swim lessons for all ages and swim levels from as young as 6 months of age up through our adult learn to swim classes. And we also offer private lessons for those who have specific schedule requests or just for those who prefer one-on-one experiences. Our lessons are extremely popular with the community. And this past summer, more than half of our classes had a wait list of 20 people or more. We simply do not have the pool capacity to accommodate everybody. And we also keep very reasonable participant to instructor ratios just to ensure every class is safe yet productive. And then we offer both staff-led and contractual water aerobics programming. And by offering our contractual water aerobics classes year-round, we are able to provide programming even when the majority of our staff are back in school. And we recently expanded water art to include a late morning class for those who like to sleep in a bit, or a couple of evening classes for those who work a more traditional work schedule and don't get off until 5. And then we also have a diving program, 707 Diving, and it's our contracted USA member dive club, and they compete in diving competitions all over the states. As you guys might remember, Coach Quentin Mendoza did give a presentation to the commission back in August, and we've expanded classes to include a class called Fundamentals of Diving, and it began this past September 18th, and it had 8 participants, and it essentially focuses on the grass of diving, and it's a good introductory class for those who are interested in getting into diving. And then finally, we have aquaboard. We started offering aquaboard in the fall of 2020. It was perfect for social distancing outdoors. This class is not as popular as we had once hoped, but we are currently evaluating it and hoping we can draw in more participation soon. And then for our drop-in programming, we also offer the opportunity for people to drop in at the pool. Open Swim is a popular program that runs throughout the entire summer. We have approximately 300 people that visit the pool every day during the summer, and our very own Camp Splash is in attendance daily. And we also accommodate other internal camp pool days, as well as other organization camps and field trips. And families can purchase a summer swim pass for a discounted rate, as it's great for large families and those who visit the pool multiple times per week. We also offer our patrons the option to purchase a water fitness pass, and these passes include unlimited access to our staff-led water aerobics, aquaboard, and our lap swim. Did I skip? Oh, I went. Okay, sorry about that. Moving on. We offer several different birthday party packages. The first one is the Splash Pass. That's usually held during Open Swim, 1:30 to 4:30 throughout the summer. And you do get up to 40 guests, 41 for the guest of honor. And this is a good party to have as it gives you access to the barbecue area. In addition, having a party during Open Swim ensures that there's something that could be offered to everybody, and you have full access to the pool as well. The second option is a splash pad party, where a party can be held in the activity area during the time slot of 10:30 to 12:30. And this is a good option for those who want to have a party for their little ones in an environment that is little kid friendly. The third one are private party rentals. Essentially, this means that individuals can book a party outside of regular business hours. During the summer, the hours of those are 5 to 8 during the weekends. As for the spring and fall, private parties can be booked a little bit more flexibly just because we have less programming going on, and they have a bit more time that they're able to choose from. And they do have the option of the rec pool, and then either choosing the water slides or the activity area. We are also a popular location for local school events. This past year, we held Golden West 8th grade end of year party and also Vanden High School's grad night. Our facility is also used by the Vacaville Swim Club. The swim club allows our recreational swim participants to experience a more competitive environment. And Aquatics does an annual underwater Easter egg hunt, and this year we had eggs around the facility in our barbecue area and our playground area for those who preferred a drier event. For others, we threw in upwards of 1,000 eggs into our recreation pool. The kids gathered the eggs and later exchanged them for lots of Easter goodies. We had 8 teams compete in our cardboard regatta. 3 of the teams actually made it across the pool in their cardboard raft creations, and awards were given out for fastest boat time and best boat design. And this year, the dive-in movie was Super Pets. Families brought blankets, lawn chairs, and floaties to enjoy the movie from the water or from the deck. And we are looking forward to hosting more of these movie nights next summer. And coming up super quick, we have our floating pumpkin patch on October 7th from 2 to 5 p.m. Participants will get to dive into a full pool filled with pumpkins and pick out the perfect one and be able to take it home. And our activity area and water slides will be open during this event, and there will also be games and a pumpkin decorating station. We will round the year out with a polar bear plunge. This event is the perfect way to end the year. And a jump into the cold pool at the end of December, and there's also a costume contest, so it will be enjoyable for spectators and participants alike. And this year's plunge will take place on December 28th. As for the challenges, the most significant challenges we face include continuing to see increasing demand for our swim lessons and have excessive wait list. We simply do not have enough space to accommodate everybody. The program we offer at our facility are all competing with one another for space, and it's more of an internal struggle. We also struggle with a short summer staff window of open availability, as the majority of our staff are in high school and they have very limited availability during the weekdays with sports and other extracurriculars. We struggle with staffing levels in the off season during the weekdays, and that in turn affects the number of programs we are able to offer. And of course, the seasonal issues that come with having an outdoor pool, unpredictable weather, program cancellations, and having to compete with other indoor programs at other gyms that have indoor pools as well. And looking forward, at the end of 2023 and beginning of 2024, we plan to bring back Little Splash and Play and Friday Night Glow and Slide. Little Splash and Play is where we're going to open the activity area starting in May and allow infants and toddlers to come and have fun for an hour from 10 to 11 a.m. And then Friday Night Glow and Slide is the grand spinoff of Sunsplash's famous concept Night Slide. It's a weekly event where kids of all ages can come and light up the night sky with glow sticks and just enjoy themselves. Offering more private weekend lessons in the off season and accommodate some of the customers that did not get the opportunity to swim this past summer. Now that we have more staff, we think we will be successful in doing so.
Thank you, Brooklyn, for that presentation. Is there any commissioner questions or comments? I have Commissioner Oz.
Brooklyn, fantastic presentation. Thank you. It was, it's certainly clear to me, and I'm sure the rest of the commission, that this facility gets used and used very well. I mean, just the quantity of all the ways that you're using the facility is just remarkable.
Thank you, appreciate that.
But it does, as you went through your challenges, it does look like capacity, just general capacity is one of the big issues.
Yeah, yes, it is.
Okay.
Yeah, and right now we're just trying to compile a list and see who we can reach out to within the next year to try to get more of our swim lessons accommodated and try to see if we can look into other facilities. And we are in the process of compiling a list.
And for Brooke, you might know this, or for Director Hubbard or staff, I was going to look up, because I couldn't recall in the master plan whether we had another aquatics facility scheduled to serve all the growth from new residents coming from new development.
Yeah, thank you for that question. We don't have a facility, quote unquote, in the works, but the Park and Rec master plan did call out that we are short one pool in the city of Vacaville, according to our standards. So yes, I mean, although it didn't rank as number one, of course, the indoor facility ranked one, but it is something that our Park and Rec master plan did call out as needing an additional pool.
Any other commissioner questions or comments? Thank you so much, Brooklyn, for the presentation. All right. So moving on to agenda item 7, this is business from the floor. So this is a time to address the commission with issues that are not on the agenda that are within the commission's subject matter jurisdiction. There is a maximum of 3 minutes per speaker. Does anyone wish to address the commission tonight with a topic that's not on the agenda? Hey, welcome.
Hello, Commission. I'm Joan Marquand Wilsey, and Alice Freed and I have been working as we've tried to keep you updated on the pop-ups idea for Magnolia Park. So all our planning is coming to fruition this Saturday, we hope, and we have 3 vendors, pardon me, coming with food and drinks, and we have a couple of young people doing crafts, and that's going to be a great thing. We want to see it all happen. We're also going to have a question box, idea box for people to give us some more input, what they would like to see in the park, and hopefully we'll get a lot of support. And it'll be every Saturday. You have been given one of these as an invitation, so hope you'll come one of those Saturdays. Thank you.
Thank you. Seeing no more business from the floor, I'll go ahead and close business from the floor and move on to agenda item 8, which we have no formal business tonight. So we'll move on right along to agenda item 9A, which is an update, committee reports and an update from Play for All Committee. And since Commissioner Shea is not here today, we'll have Director Hubbard give an update.
Thank you, Commissioner Chair. As not to be redundant, our park planner, Nemo Gonzalez, will cover some of the things that are happening at Play for All Park, so we'll kind of wait for that. So thank you.
Okay, great, thank you. So we'll move right along then to agenda item 10, reports of Park Manager Wallace Avia with updates from Park Manager.
Good evening, Madam Chair, Commissioners. I have a couple things on the slide presentation for you tonight, and then a couple that I added before we left today. So the 2 things that we have are a couple of memorial bench placements that will be happening. Benches have been ordered. We've been out and reviewed the site with the applicants. The first one is going to be here at the North Orchard tennis courts. You see where the orange dot is right there. It's going to be placed in this area opposite the one that is backless right over here. And we have another one going in at Andrews Park. This is if you're familiar with Andrews Park, this is the rock garden area right over in here along the creek walk or walkway there. And we're going to be on the back side of it, and the bench will be placed underneath this crate out towards the park. For your guys' information, Beeler Playground replacement is finally going to happen. It will be beginning this Monday, the 9th. So they're going to start the demolition of it, and probably looking at 6 to 8 weeks until completion. And then, hope this isn't stealing any of Nemo's thunder, but the Play for All lighting contract was awarded. The lights have been ordered. It looks like it's going to be a 6 to 8 week lead time on those solar lights that are going to be going into the park. And in talking with the contractor, they're hoping that it might be possibly installed before the end of the year. So, all I have. Questions?
Any questions for Wallace? I have Commissioner Thompson.
Probably know I'm going to ask about Centennial Park lighting. I saw the lights on the other day. Have they been handed over to the city? Do we have any?
Yeah. Parks and Recreation is the ones that are managing the usage of them. But they're installed and they're functional.
Okay, I hadn't heard an update. So if I missed it, then I apologize.
They're I think I went over it at the last Remember,
I
were you
thought
here?
we had not been handed over at that time. Did I miss something? Okay, that's all I wanted to hear. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you, Wallace.
Yeah, I was at Arlington last night for a baseball game and I saw the big field lit up. So it warmed my heart.
I drive by, I drive by every day and looking for those.
And there was kids playing.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So,
Yep.
yeah.
Love it.
Any other questions or comments for Wallace? All right, seeing none, thank you so much for the updates. And so that moves us on to agenda item 11A, reports of park planner Nemo Gonzalez.
Good evening, Chair, Commissioners. I just want to reassure Wallace that he did not steal any of my thunder. So just a couple of brief updates. Of the Play for All variety, we've got the parking lot construction has begun. Park planner Hugh Hesterman is coordinating on that effort, and he has asked to be sort of kept in the loop on completion date. We don't know a projection as of today, but we will update the commission when that becomes clear. There's a preliminary discussion about adding a labyrinth at the park, and more information, including a plan of that labyrinth, is going to come to the commission at the November meeting. This is the originally approved master plan here, including phase 1, which I think most of us are familiar with, and parking lot expansion is the area to the north. Familiar how to use a pointer here, but area to the far right. The only other update that I had was perhaps a little redundant, but the construction at the dog park at Roberts Ranch is coming along. And we've got some progress pictures, but this is the best one that I could find. That is all I have for you. Any questions for me?
Or questions or comments for Nemo? None? Thank you so much, Nemo, for the updates. Really appreciate it. So then moving right along to agenda item 12, reports of Recreation Manager Elizabeth Crescente.
Good evening, Madam Chair, Commissioners. Thank you. Thanks, Nemo. So the first thing that I want to chat about tonight is that on September 21st, we had a couple of events that celebrated the arts. As you can see on the screen, we featured 2 of our artists. The one on the left is Janelle Borges, who designed and created the donor art piece at Vacaville Performing Arts Theater. So this is just her with her artwork that evening. That event also celebrated the 30th anniversary of the theater, so it was pretty exciting. We had quite a few former members of On Stage Vacaville there, including past presidents. We had some speeches, some snacks. It was lovely. Then we moved over to Ulatis Community Center to celebrate Angela Arteritano, who was the artist that created the art pieces that are there. It's Reborn from Traces 1, 2, and 3 that are featured on the walls in the hallway at Ulatis. It was really lovely to have her there, and it was just a nice unveiling of her artwork. And so it was a good evening to be able to highlight some of that art that is happening in the community. And of course, we mentioned that the pieces out in front of Ulatis Cultural Center have all been touched up and look fantastic as well. So I encourage you guys, if you're driving by, to take a peek over there. They stand out now that they're polished up and newly painted. They're nice and fresh. Next slide, Nemo. Thank you. This coming Saturday, Brooklyn mentioned our floating pumpkin patch. Pena Adobe Historical Society is also hosting an event. They are celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month. So their open house will be from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. We'll have the Folclórico Juvenil Danzantes Unidos de Vacaville, whipmaster Francisco Polido, and singer Jimena Izquierdo. And this is going to be a great event to showcase, very visual. So it'd be very cool if you guys could stop by. Of course, their open houses are always free to the public. So I encourage you to attend. Next slide, Nemo. Thank you. And then this slide is just featuring some of our upcoming events for all things Halloween during the month of October, starting with Floating Pumpkin Patch this Saturday and then culminating with our Halloween pet parade and contest, and also the loot bag with grandparents workshop for littles. Those two events will be on the 28th. And then on November 2nd, of course, we'll be celebrating our second event of Dia de los Muertos. So really looking forward to that. Hoping the weather holds out this year and does not rain. And it is on Thursday. So I'm hoping all the commissioners will be able to attend as well. And then that, I think, is about it, right, Nemo? So any questions or comments?
Questions or comments for Elizabeth?
Lots to check out during the month of October.
Very
Still
busy.
really busy. Thank
All
you.
right. Seeing none, thank you so much, Elizabeth, for the updates. And we'll move on to agenda item 13, reports of the director. Director Hubbard. Thank
you, Commission Chair. I'll start off by saying don't get too used to having short meetings because we do have a lot coming in November. So I'll just let you know that. Our city attorney's office is going through a reorg, so we will have a new city attorney as our rep starting in January. It'll be Claudia Williams, and she is in the audience today. We'll do formal introductions at a later meeting when she formally takes her seat, but she'll be shadowing the next few meetings with David, but she will officially take her seat in January. The City Council did approve the Landify MOU at their September 26th meeting, and actually we had a meeting with Landify today. So we're starting that process of the Centennial Park Master Plan and getting the dirt moved and worked on the agreement and getting phase 1 in action. So we're excited about that. The next piece is CEQA happening with Centennial Park. So we're working with our Community Development Department to have that happen. And then Maryville on Main budget requests will be on next Tuesday's council agenda. As I explained last meeting, we are taking on this event. It's been around for 40 plus years. It was hosted by the reporter for all the years previous. And this year we will be coordinating, the city's Park and Rec Department will be coordinating this event. And of course, it takes money. Although everything that we do, we try to get sponsorships and make it as cost efficient and as cost neutral as possible. We will be going to the council next week to ask for additional funds to make this happen. So those are things that we have going administratively, and I can answer any questions if you guys have any.
Commissioner questions or comments? I have Commissioner Oz.
What for the for Merrimont on Main? How much are you asking for in terms of?
We are asking, I think it's $70,000+ that it's going to take. The tree alone is $16,000, right? And historically, we've gotten a lot of donations and sponsorships, and we'll still continue to do that. But it still costs staff time, coordination, getting the vendors in, stages. Yeah, it's daunting. But we have Melody Ocampo was taking the lead on that since she's our special events manager.
I had a similar question. If the city was also assuming the cost of the tree, because I believe in years past it had been donated.
Yeah. Well, no, we're assuming the cost, but we have already received some sponsorships to the tune of $10,000, I think, from Kaiser to support this event. So we are attempting to offset the cost.
Great. I had actually, it was more of a comment for Wallace, but I'll mention it here. Someone, just being out again at the baseball fields, someone mentioned, I think it's C3 home plate, the weed barrier is kind of ripping up, and so home plate kind of looks messed up. So if you could take a look at that.
We'll make sure Wallace looks.
Yeah. And then I know our tour is coming up. Do we have, I don't know if we can talk about it yet, but just spots identified of what we'll be seeing, or
Yes.
Maureen?
Yeah, the tour is scheduled for October 14th. We will be touring Lagoon Valley, Peñadobe, Three Oaks, Skate Center, and Roberts Ranch Dog Park. You guys saw a picture of that, but that's one of the new parks coming on board. So June, those are the 4 areas that we'll touring.
Great, thank you. Any other commissioner questions or comments?
Just.
Let me turn your mic on.
We had a location where we were supposed to meet for that tour.
The agenda will come out, but we're going to meet we're going to meet here at City Hall. But there'll be an agenda. It'll be just like a formal meeting. It'll be posted at each site, and there will be an agenda as it's a regular posted meeting. But we will meet here at City Hall.
Okay, great. Thank you. Any other commissioner questions or comments? Okay, seeing none, we will move right along to 14A, which is appointments. So we need 2 commissioners to serve on the 2024 Creek Walk Band Selection Committee. Do we have any volunteers? So Commissioner Baruman?
I'll volunteer.
Okay, so got Commissioner Baruman and Commissioner McMahon. Do I need a motion? Yes. Yes. Can I?
I will motion Broome and McMahon to volunteer for the Walk Band Selection Committee.
Great. So I have a motion by Thompson and a second by Gutierrez. All those in favor?
Yes.
Aye. Any opposed? All right, seeing none. Congratulations, Commissioner Baruman and McMahon. You'll be selecting some amazing bands, and I hear you get lunch at the meeting. Dinner. Yeah, not lunch, dinner. Okay, so moving on to agenda item 15, reports of the commission. We'll start with Commissioner Oz.
Just one thing that I had for tonight was I just wanted to echo the comments of Joan here that presented here earlier this evening about the pop-up in Southtown. Alice and Joan are just really spectacular members of the community, and they're really volunteering and working very hard to advance the interests of District 6 and bring more sense of community to District 6. And so I just think it's incumbent upon us to support them the best that we can. And I know that city staff has done that and even more. So I want to thank you on behalf of District 6 and Joan and Alice. And we're really looking forward to this pop-up. And it's going to probably be very small, but if we can work it well, it'll become a real highlight of that area for the future. So, but thank you for your help for that.
Thank you, Commissioner Oz. I have Commissioner Baruman next.
I don't have too much to add, but I'm looking forward for the Merriman on Main. I know that's a new task for you guys, and a lot goes on with that. But if you need troops, let me know. I'm willing to help out wherever I can. And then I'm sure you guys reach out to downtown. Yeah. All right, but other than that, great job.
Thank you, Commissioner Baruman. Commissioner Gutierrez.
You guys both hit on 2 things that I wanted to cover. I noticed the Southtown, both of those dates were the first tour date and also the makeup tour date. So I didn't know if the van can maybe go by and we can show our support if there's a way to build that into the agenda. I think that'd be really fun and cool, even if it's just to, show our face and support there. Also throwing my name in the hat if you guys need any help with Merriman on Main. As Commissioner Baruman said, being downtown, we know what a big task that is. And I know with some changes going on downtown, if there is any additional hands you guys need for that. I know the community is very vocal about Merriman on Main, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. So I know we all collectively want to see the city have like a really good first inaugural event. So definitely here to offer any support and I will stop and enjoy this very short meeting today because apparently the next one will be longer. Okay, thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Commissioner Gutierrez. I have Vice Chair McMahon next.
Thank you very much, Chair. Just real quick, thank you to Melissa Reeves, who was the former president and CEO of Visit Vacaville. She has worked very closely with this department for many years, and I've had the privilege of being the appointed commissioner for VACA. And I've worked with her on different projects throughout the community over the many years, community cleanup days and other things. And she's just done some great things for this town and the people of this town and the community. So thank you, Melissa, and best of luck in your new position with DMA West. I'm not sure what DMA stands for, but that's what it said. So good luck to Melissa, and thank you very much to you and your team at Visit Vacaville. Thank you.
Thank you, Vice Chair McMahon. I have Commissioner Thompson next.
I wanted to echo both sentiments of my colleagues. I don't know if we can add that to the tour. That would be awesome. To visit Magnolia Park pop-up, I think that would be incredible. Didn't sound like that was currently on your agenda, but maybe we can squeeze that in. And also Melissa Reeves with Visit Vacaville. She's done outstanding work for this community. And I have worked very closely with her. I sit on her board and have enjoyed working with Visit Vacaville over the years. So DMA West stands for Destination Marketing Association, by the way. Destination Marketing Association, and she is the new president of DMA West. And so she's moving on to bigger and better things, so good for her. And we have the board of Visit Vacaville has hired a replacement for her CEO of Visit Vacaville that started this past Monday. So it's very exciting for us, and I think that good things will come to Vacaville. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, staff. We look forward to a very busy October.
All right, thank you, Commissioner Thompson. I also don't have a lot of updates. We started soccer and baseball this September and now October. I did report out to the Parks and Rec team about parking at Centennial. This is the second year in a row. It's been really, really bad. And right now, to the point on Saturdays, very dangerous because if an emergency vehicle needed to get in for whatever reason, it would be nearly impossible. So I think with the soccer league running as many games as they are, and with soccer or baseball starting, I think this Saturday out at Centennial, yes. It's going to be heavily impacted, the parking, and so just encouraging folks. I saw the department sent out an email today to baseball participants to encourage parking on the other side of the baseball field and near the tennis courts because it's so heavily impacted on the Horse Creek side of Centennial. So, but looking forward to hopefully some solutions pretty soon between the city and our emergency services team and also collectively with the leagues or with the soccer league for now, but also the baseball program as well through the city. And like I mentioned, I was able to get out to Arlington last night. It was so great to see the extra field lit and just be out there under the bright lights. So, and just great to see the kids out there having fun and playing out on a late night. The bugs aren't fun. I was getting bitten, but it was great to be out there and I just love baseball. So it was great.
Simple things.
The simple things in life. That's right. And with that, thank you all for a nice quick meeting, and we will look forward to a much longer meeting in November, but we will adjourn now to the special meeting on Saturday, October 14th at 8:30 a.m., which is a facility tour, as Director Hubbard mentioned, and our next regular in-person meeting will be November 1st, 2023. And thank you all. Good night, Vacaville.